working with the microphone these days, and you saw him up on the podium interviewing the drivers. Was that the first time, Damon, you've done it?
Yeah, it's slightly bigger audience than we have here today, although you can't see it, there's 6 million people around the world, so plenty of opportunity for a complete balls up there.
Well, no, you didn't buzz it. It was very, very good indeed. Very accomplished. And may I say, you've made the transition from racing driver to presenter come journalist beautifully, hasn't he?
Well,
yes.
Thank you. But I mean, I obviously studied the experts who have been before us, Tony, and learned one or two things. And it's fun, actually. It's good fun. It's a really good crew of people. Sky are very, very determined to give everyone who's a motor racing fan, Formula One fan, everything they can possibly give them. I've been really impressed with them, and I know there's a bit of rivalry out there, but give them a chance. We want to be able to give everyone deeper insight and more access, and it's working, I think.
The one thing I've noticed, Damon, is that even though you have a lot of time on the programme, you're still making some great observations and in-depth observations. A lot of that not just coming from experience, but knowing what's going on now in the current Formula One. How difficult is it to stay on top of all that information?
Actually, I have got respect now for journalists, which I hadn't got before. They, believe it or not, apparently work quite hard. I mean, I'm trying to keep up. When I was racing, I had to know what I was doing, and I had to know what my competition was doing. So that's about 2-3 teams maybe. But when you're a journalist, you need to know who's going out with whoever, and whether or not their mum's here today, and how many races. You need to know the whole CV of all the drivers and under the teams. So a lot of work there to do. I'm still catching up.
Well, I mean, it's something that I've had to do for years. You've got all the idiot cards, stuff on your computer. Go something like the Festival of Speed, you've got 250 drivers, and I'll be on the live Sky show on that, and suddenly it'll hit you and you go, who was that? Yeah. And you've got to talk about it live. Or, in my BBC days, trying to get into the motorhome to find you when you've retired or something's happened, not knowing whether you're going to beat me up or tell me to go away.
Well, you can pick the wrong moment to ask a daft question, can't you, easily? And I've done that already, I think, a few times. But the most important thing is whether or not you've got the right shoes on, or whether you've done your hair right. That's all you worry about. It's whether your hair's going to be sticking up on television, isn't it, really?
Oh, there's a quick word about Josh, your son Josh Hill. He's racing now, he's doing very well.
Yeah, Josh is now doing European Formula 3. He's quite a determined peddler, I think they call it. He's 22, he'd love to do Formula 1, I know, but we'll see how he does with the money. And, determination is anything to go by. I think he's certainly got talent, he's got determination. You never know, you might see a third-generation Hill in a Formula 1 car one day.
And that'd be nice, another Hill in a Formula 1 car. Josh, we would like to see that very much. Before we let you go, two things. The 4 British drivers, a quick line on Lewis today and obviously Jensen.
Well, we were obviously mixed feelings, today. It was fantastic. Lewis got a car that could get him on the front row. What a stunning pole position lap that was. 4 tenths over his teammate, nearly 6 tenths over Sebastian Vettel. It was going to be a great race. Wasn't to be, but he fought back through the field, amazingly. Got up to 4th, nearly got on the podium. So I think we were entertained today. I think we got lots of racing. Mark Webber, he's a local boy, from the other side of the world, from down under, but he speaks reasonably good English, and he's almost one of us, so it's nice to see him charging up through. And what a great race. I mean, as Martin said, it was an exciting race, but perhaps for some of the wrong reasons, with the tyres exploding. And mercifully, we've had a safe race today, but that is why motor racing drivers are truly remarkable characters. They still went flat out, even though, you heard Mark say on the radio, they came on the radio and said, Mark, the tyres have maybe got an issue, the tyre went, yeah, okay, just carried on charging.
Right, I want to thank you personally as well. You did a lot of work to help make Silverstone what it was as the president of the British Racing Drivers Club. Yes, he did a hell of a lot of work, let me tell you. He took them on, and that's why we're all here today. And subsequent to that, Derek Warwick, the president, who will come and see the current president, and Richard Phillips and the Silverstone team, many of them behind the scenes. Are you proud of where they've got to now, Damon?
Well, you know, the truth is, this is just a field. You know, if we didn't have the fans coming here loyally every year and supporting us and supporting the event and supporting the British Grand Prix, there really wouldn't be a British Grand Prix. So everybody here, thank you very much indeed for turning out. I think I only feel sorry. I just sound like Henry V now. You know, you can only really feel pity for people who weren't here today.
Ladies and gentlemen, 22-time Grand Prix winner and world champion Damon Hill over here. A round of applause, thank you, Damon. Now, we just had 5 minutes with the next team, but they've been going brilliantly at Silverstone, and very, very well this year indeed. Will you raise the roof, please, for the Torro Rosso drivers, Jean-Eric Verne and Daniel Ricciardo. Give them a big round of applause. Jean-Eric had that big blowout today at nearly 200 miles an hour. Daniel Ricciardo from Australia. Jean-Eric. Daniel, thank you. Jean-Eric, thank you very much for being with us. Right. Wow. Jean-Eric, first of all, with you, had a good season. Monte Carlo, great. That was a hairy moment, certainly down the Hanger Straight. Must have been difficult.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. No, it was pretty difficult. I don't know what happened. Just the tire exploded suddenly. It's like if I had a bomb at the rear of my car, and I was lucky to not crash it. And that was obviously the end of my race because my floor was way too damaged. And it's a big shame. We had a good car, and we could have scored some good points. So not so good.
Very, very difficult race for you then. But you've had better times this year as well. You had 6th place as well, which was brilliant. You enjoyed that?
Yeah, Canada was a great race, but I was expecting to go at least, the same or even better this week. But that didn't go as planned, and hopefully we can do it again in Germany.
Now, also, John, I must say you're used to the British crowd from Formula 3 days. You're used to Silverstone. Nice to be back in the sunshine.
Yeah, it's really nice. I'm really pleased to see so many people. I couldn't believe the amount of fans there was when we did the track drivers forward, and there is not so many Grand Prix with that many fans, and yeah, thanks to all of you guys. Really nice.
Jean-Eric, this must be quite tough because you're competitors, but you're also quite friendly. You have to be in the same team, and we have this Red Bull seat coming up as well. There's going to be a bit of a scrap going on to see who gets that seat. Yay! So you've both done brilliant. It's going to be tough, but how can you push harder for that?
We're going to have 2 seaters next year in the car.
Daniel, welcome to you. Great race for you today. Well done. Congratulations. What a brilliant race you had in the British Grand Prix. Well done. You happy?
Yeah, it was. Hey everyone, how you going? Wow, how you're all still here is great. The race was exciting. I think the spectators was awesome. I'm sure there's lots of Lewis fans out here, so that's, I guess, a bit of a shame what happened to him. But hey, he fought back well. I was pretty happy with the race. I think we probably were in a position to do better than 8th. The last safety car probably didn't work in our favour, but anyways, we had good speed all weekend. Really pleased with that. Pleased to see some Australian flags as well.
Now there's quite a few Australians here actually, and there's a few tinnies down there if you need any Fosters. There they are, they all got them ready for you. Now what about your mate Webber today in his 2nd place? That was a bit of Aussie grit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Obviously, not awesome when he passes me. I don't like any pass, but hey, for him to fight back and get 2nd and finish within a 2nd of Rosberg was good. So these are things we don't see in the car. It's what we see on the replay later. But you were all treated to what I believe was a great race today, and nice to be part of it. And glad you could enjoy it. It's good times.
To be honest, just on a serious note now, some of us don't quite understand because we thought the Red Bull programme was going to be progressive all the way through to Red Bull Racing. So if they did bring in Kimi, for example, that would be disappointing for both of you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think we both decided if that's the case, we'll give Kimi a massive, massive wedgie. So he doesn't like wedgies, so I don't think he's going to go.
Sean, any comment?
I agree with him.
Ladies and gentlemen,
being too.
they're both fantastic racing drivers. To become Grand Prix drivers at all is a fantastic achievement. These guys score points. Midfield car, they're superbly competitive. Give them a big round of applause, please. Jean-Eric Burns, Daniele Ricciardo.
Listen, mine.
And they're going to put you on Twitter. Give them a big wave and a big shout. There we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Cheers to Rosso.